cooking our favourite ingredients and ways to get creative and inventive in the kitchen. In the kitchen this time. Not your bedroom.
In the kitchen.
Yeah,
It's
little.
hosted by me, George Egg, the snack hacker, and Martin O'Dell, the Lag-on chef.
Sunday Times bestseller.
Sunday Times bestseller. That's me.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. And this is a podcast all about making food delicious and fun and accessible and all that kind of malarkey.
Yes, and each week we'll be chatting about ours and our listeners' favourite dishes.
Dishes, ingredients, things you
Things.
can do.
Moans, wines, listeners' stories, questions. There's so much to get through.
And it is essential, mind you, that you follow us on social media and you rate and you subscribe and you do all the nice things.
Yeah.
At The Stuff Podcast.
At the Stuff Podcast.
The
All
Stuff
on your
Podcast.
favourite streaming softwares. What's it called? Platforms.
Platforms. It's all
Spotify.
platforms and content these days, isn't
So
it?
many things to
Rather
remember.
than channels and things.
Or just go to the theatre and watch George perform. Right, George, it's our intros period. What have you been up to? Should we talk about food?
Sorry, I was just going to do the music, but they do that, don't they?
What bit's that?
After we,
What does it sound like? I've forgotten.
I can't remember actually.
Big-
So a bit of ting,
Oh, ding.
ding,
Yeah.
bing a ding ding. So I took the train here this
I thought
morning.
you were going to ask me because I've got so much to tell you.
I'll tell
Go
you
on,
just quickly
went
about
on-
the train
go on.
because it's got nothing to do with food, but it was one of those slightly curb your enthusiasm situations where, so really busy train,
Yeah.
and I was on a 4-seat, and I was sat opposite two women, and the woman diagonally across from me had put her bag on the seat next to me,
Right.
and people were getting on the train and looking, and I knew that they were all going,
They're looking at you.
he's put his bag on the seat, and obviously I couldn't say, it's not about, it's her bag, you know. Anyway, that was it. But anyway, and then eventually some bloke said, oh, can I sit there, to me? And I said, yeah, like that. And then she moved her bag, but she didn't even put it like on her lap or like between her feet. She put it in front of her feet, and this poor guy was like really all crammed up.
Oh.
And then she started watching videos on her phone with the volume up.
Without headphones, that's the
And
worst.
it was
isn't
just
it?
like, I just
Gosh.
thought, God, you people.
Did you just kick her in the shin as you kept trying to get out?
No, but I did just think I want to say something, but I said absolutely nothing. I just
Right.
texted all my friends going,
Yes.
this is happening on the train. What do
I
you
was
think?
about to say, leave. You can like let loose all of your thoughts that you're going to say to her. What would you have said if you could have like no dramas on the train? If you could just walk up to her and go, "You fucking selfish, smelly trout."
I think I would have said, yes, I would have just said to her, but pretty much what I just said to you, you know. I wouldn't have been all sweary. I don't think that's not my vibe.
No.
But I would have said, you know, now obviously everyone thinks I'm the C word.
Yeah.
And let's face it, you are. But I would have said C word, not the word.
Oh,
Because, you know.
chocolate.
That was another thing. And then
But-
some bloke got on and you could see everyone looking over who was on his phone just saying fuck so much, like punctuation.
Oh.
Everyone was like, all right, mate.
So cool, isn't he? There was a funny clip of these two kids that were like, eating some chips on social media called like Joffrey and Archer. And they were like going, yeah, like we're in here, like eating this, and I'm having this chip, and like that. And in all the comments, they're like going, you can just tell that Archer's mum's outside, and she does not know he talks like that.
Anyway, that's nothing to do with food, but it
That
was
was chips,
what
yeah.
happened on the way.
Yeah, great.
No, I mean, my story was
Oh,
nothing to do
right,
with food. Tell me what you've been eating.
I've eaten so much. I actually, today. No, I feel like I wandered into the place called the Noodle Inn in Soho,
Yeah.
bottom of Old Compton Street, and I had this amazing brisket noodle with like hand slapped noodles. And it was saying I ate it, and I posted a picture on Instagram, and then
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Did it live up to the hype?" And I was like, "What hype?" I didn't realise. And then afterwards, I did a bit of research, and I walked into the viral sensation, which was the Noodle Inn. And it was delicious. I went in there with no like, oh, it better live up to the hype.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
went and enjoyed it.
Oh, far better.
And it was
yeah,
great.
yeah. And just for the listeners, what are hand-slapped noodles?
I think they're just like obviously a noodle, but the way they do them is they like stretch and slap them, and then stretch
Oh, I see.
and
So
slap.
every time
Yeah.
it doubles, so it's like the grains of rice suddenly they've got.
So you like have
thousands.
big, fat, flat like udon style noodles, but they're like double the width of like a pappardelle.
Wow.
And then like this long. But yeah, the guy next to me sat down, and he was a Canadian guy, and he was like, "Hey, which one's the?" Oh, I can't do a Canadian accent. Which one's the viral
Just an
dish?
American accent,
Yeah,
isn't it,
and he was like, "Which one's the viral dish?" And I was like, "Oh God!" And then he managed to get the man to come over and chop up the brisket because I
Right.
was there with just chopsticks. Like, I'm bad with them.
And literally
Yeah.
one piece of brisket.
Yeah, so I was
a
like
tongue.
stabbing it like this, just like picking it up and chewing on it. And yeah, this T-shirt
Based.
got splattered. It's still stained.
It looks very clean. now,
Yeah.
I mean,
But yeah, then it was just like one of those places that was like always
so what
busy.
else was in there with the? So you've got noodles. You've got what? Is it like a ramen, like broth?
No broth. It was like
I see.
noodles, like chili oil, which wasn't too spicy because I'm not very good with it.
Yeah.
A big lump of brisket, a bit of pak choy, and then just like a tiny little bit of like it was almost like the excess water from cooking the noodles.
Oh, I see. So no like sticky sauce or anything like that.
No. It was, and it was really delicious. They just say, "Do you want
simple.
coriander or do you want?" And I was like, "Yeah, give me coriander."
Yeah. That's
yeah,
like me. Always like, I have everything.
yeah. Just
And
chuck it
then
all
you
in
go,
there.
I want this very specific. And I'm like, that's what I want now.
But no, that was very good. And then I've just been up to Manchester, and I went to this place called Madre, which is a Mexican place. I went there once before with my mate Jake, and then we went again, and it did not disappoint. It is just banging. It's just
What
really
did you
good.
have?
Oh, what didn't we have? Hang on, let me try and remember. So it was taco.
What was the best thing you had?
Oh,
it's too difficult.
yeah,
isn't
no,
it?
it was all very good. So they did. Oh, actually, the Hisby cabbage that I had, but I was so full I
how was
couldn't
that done?
finish it. So it was Hisby cabbage, which was really charred, like a wedge of it.
Yeah.
And then it was on the base of almost like pinto beans, almost like refried beans, but not refried beans. And it was kind of like this sort of plate of, in the nicest way, like slop, and then this big old Hisby cabbage on top with this chili oil. And
I think when you do a cabbage like that and it's charred like that, it's almost as good as a steak. It's just so good. It's got a real meatiness, isn't it? Especially the kind of the main kind of
Like
vein
core.
of the where it's then they get the cooking just right. Yeah.
So, and then it was Taco Tuesday, so we had cabbage. Cabbage. But we did see 9 Inch Nails, so it's a bit like.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
That
cabbage.
makes sense.
Well, they didn't sing like that. But anyway, Taco Tuesday. So we had the chicken taco, which was brilliant, kind of like charcoal chicken, blah blah blah. We had the fish taco. Janine had the chorizo taco, which was almost done like you've seen that viral kind of like cheeseburger smashed flatbread thing that everyone's doing, where they get beef mince
where they
and
put it on and then cook it. Yeah.
So it done like that with chorizo, which was amazing. They did these
Oily, I bet.
crispy potatoes that were done with like almost like a sour cream. That I never know how you pronounce it. Escolettes, which is like the Mexican corn.
Right.
What's it? How do you eggolets?
What do you mean corn? What like?
Yeah, just sweet corn.
Right.
But like the Mexican,
Like on the cob or
the way they pronounce it's got like sour cream and feta cheese.
I love that thing I've seen where I think it's the birria tacos, the beef ones, where they take the tortilla and they literally dip it in the fat, and you just think it's going to be all over your hands and all over your face.
So good.
But just red oil heaven.
Yeah. And then we had the micheladas, which is like the beer with tomato juice and hot sauce.
Oh yeah. Like a sort of
like a Bloody Mary.
But a Bloody Mary and a shandy
all in one.
made
so good.
made together.
And
Wowee.
I haven't been up there, but on the weekends they do a whole pig's head or half a pig's head, which they roast, and then they basically just plop it on the table, and you like pick out all
God,
like the jaw and
brave.
Yeah.
But
But
great,
apparently it's
but-
amazing.
Oh, I bet it's fantastic. One
So
of my
big shout out, Madre.
favourite ever things was, which I've talked about a number of times, which when they haven't got any coming up, but when they do next one, if you're free, you've got to come down. Is that meal Skint, where the guy makes everything out of stuff that would be thrown away or very cheap, and he did a pig's head croquette, and it was like a sort of cricket ball of pig's head meat, battered, deep fried with this really vinegary sauce, I think it was, and it was just like melting. It's the best.
Just full of fat, their heads, aren't they?
Yeah. No wonder they're so nice. Full of fat, their heads like mine.
we used to do a dish with the restaurant I used to work at, Andrew Edmonds. It was it was pig's cheeks, so like the pork cheeks, and we would always buy. I can't remember where we used to buy them from, but they would already been comfy, and then all you'd do is take them out of the packet, put them in the oven, and then they would get that. I think we spoke about it once. We get that kind of crispy outer on like a lamb shank, and then the meat in the middle, just like.
Yeah.
And we used to serve it with pea shoots, split peas, and then just like a classic vinaigrette, and it was.
Well, I think that thing when you get stuff that's been slow cooked with a lot of fat, like a few weeks ago when I did the lamb breast, and then you let it set in the fridge and then slice it and then reheat it, and it is just just absolute melt on the mouth and super tender.
Fat in my face. What's your your go-to quick meal to make at the moment?
Instant noodles with some frozen gyoza just cooked in a pan, dropped on top. Is that right?
That's absolutely wonderful.
I mean, just instant noodles, and then just like get like 3 gyoza, put them in a pan, get them crispy, put a bit of water in, put a lid on. The noodles are ready. Pop those on top. Bit of coriander.
What page is it in the
spring
book?
onion. That's not. That's not in the book. It's not in the book.
That's not in the book.
That would be in book 4. What's yours?
I'm really into. I love a tortilla. I think I'm just into tortillas at the moment.
As in a Spanish omelette, or as in a
like a wheat tortilla.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
And then we just like a classic sort of bit of rice, bit of chicken, And then I just go ham with like cottage cheese and then avocado and cheese, and then before you know it, you can't wrap it, and you're just eating a plate of wheat.
It's really well. It's just or a plate of everything with this thin skin of wheat stopping it just going all over the place.
Yeah, that's what I'm into.
Yum. All right, what's the next one? Let's have a look.
Have you had any cooking fails this week? Have you burnt anything, George?
No, because I haven't really cooked anything.
Great, something didn't turn out right.
Have you come across any chefs online this week that you'd like to give a shout out to?
I was like, that you'd really dislike. Shout out to, well, I suppose Ben Tish. I started following him. I got his cookbook. I don't know, but I got his cookbook, and I did a dish which was that poussin one, which was with the caramelized onions.
Yeah.
And this aioli.
What's his book called?
Smoke, fire, burn, barbecue. I can't remember.
Sounds good.
Red cover. Go on my social media, you'll find it. But yeah, he was just like blast from the past, because I think loads of these people have written books maybe 10, 15 years ago, and then you kind of like talk about it, and they're like, oh, thank you. Yeah. Susan Young, Kung Pao and Beyond, the crispy chicken dish I did from that book. Yeah. Unbelievable book. I love it. And then again, she was like, oh, thank you so much for doing it. Blah, blah, blah.
That's so nice. I went to Gurdeep Loyal's book launch. She's got a new book called Flavour Heroes.
I wanted to buy it. Looks great.
It's really nice. And so in his book, he's basically taken, I think, 10...
15, I think.
Is it 15? Yeah. Right. Kind of ingredients like dark roast peanut butter, miso, sesame oil, blah, blah, blah. And then it's just a load of recipes focusing on that. And he's a real sort of fusion, mess around with it, kind of, his ideas are all a bit out there and very colourful and very sort of, just fun and camp, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, when the book was there, I saw the cover, I was like, oh, Ottolenghi's brought out a random book, and then it popped out.
I'll tell you a thing that was really funny at his book launch, because it got a laugh from so many people, obviously, there who'd done books, as he said, big shout out to the designer, absolutely loved it, and it's so nice. Obviously, I went to the designer and said, I want it to look like Tim Anderson's books without looking like I've copied him. And Tim Anderson was there, and everyone in the room laughed, because obviously everyone goes, can you make it look like Tim Anderson's books? Because his books are so beautiful. But
how do authors laugh? Are they like...
I don't know. Something like that. No, with canapé in your mouth.
Shuffling papers.
Yes, or keyboard. Anyway,
very good.
So big shout out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy that book.
Oh, it's really, really beautiful book, and he's got great ideas. In fact, I'd recommend his first book as well, Mother Tongue.
Oh. Right, wow!
Oh, well, this is a busy thing.
Oh, gosh, there's 1, 2, 3s, and words that I'm not going to be able to pronounce.
Neither am I, but we can have a go. What are we talking about, Martin? Are you talking about the question of the week?
That's right. Well, it says
the question of the week?
It's got questions of the week. So, question of the week is where we pose a question at the beginning of the show, and then in the second part, we kind of tell the answer. So we basically pose a question, have a little chat about it, and then we
get the answer at the end.
Yeah.
So it says here, can you work out what these 3 food-related phobias actually are?
Right.
All right.
Acerophobia.
Well, I mean, I
fear
don't
of
think
sphincters.
It's fear of
any bottom meat.
Ass. Ass meat.
Ass meat.
Ass eggs.
Acerophobia. Ass. I can't stop thinking of ass now, so let's move on.
Well, you're always talking about foods being bummy.
Well,
so maybe it's the fear of.
When you did the steak, when you did the steak one the other week, and you were talking about the onglet, and then someone went, "Oh yeah, I really love my steak to taste of liver." Did you see that comment?
Oh, I haven't seen that one. I saw quite a few. A lot of people say. I think it's funny when people say, "Is that bavette or hanger steak?" Is another name for that? Like, I was going to say to them, well, why don't you just Google it? It's like then I Googled it. I went, oh yeah, it's the same as hanger steak.
But George, that's social media. You have to be social.
So what were we saying?
This one's easy.
Bummy style.
Yeah, bummy things. That's allium, isn't it?
So alliumophobia. Fear of onions.
Yeah.
Fear of onions.
Arachibutyrophobia.
Beautyrophobia.
Acai. Maybe it's acai bowls. Acai bowls. The fear of acai bowls.
What's acai bowls?
Acai. Is that how you pronounce it? Acai.
What is it?
You know those like purple bowls that all like the people in Bali go, oh, I'm so happy, namaste. Look at me in my barley bowl.
I don't even know about that.
No, mate. So healthy.
They all begin with A.
They do. The fear of ass. Right. So anyway, that's the question.
Just thinking. Did you start with A and go? Oh, they'll do. Yeah. They all begin with A. All phobias.
Right. Well, there we go. So we'll just read them all out one by one, and then we'll move on. So the first one is aerophobia.
We don't know. Fear of ass food.
And then aluminum phobia.
It's got to be onion.
And then araki, beautyrophobia.
Fear of bowls.
Fear of
Reiki. No, fear of all crockery.
Maybe.
Yeah. Fear of all crockery and cutlery.
There's our 3 arachnophobias. We'll come back to that in the second part of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
We're now going to move on to...
And I'm intrigued. I want to know. I want to know the answers. So let's do this next bit really quick so we can get to the answers.
Yeah. Right. This next bit is...
A star ingredient. And every week, every episode, we have an ingredient, and one of us... Well, we both talk about it, and then one of us has something that they've made or makes in the studio with it. And this week, it is... tinned fish.
Wow.
Tinned fish.
I tell you what, tinned fish is having a real resurgence.
Yes, I would say 10 years ago, tinned fish just felt like, oh, that's just something an old man who lived alone would eat, and he'll get it all down his front.
Sardines on toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it feels like it's super trendy. You get tins of fish that are just like eye-wateringly expensive.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's one of those things where graphics come into it. You know, you get some absolutely beautiful looking tins of fish. Oh my goodness, I love tinned fish.
Wow, okay.
Do you love tinned fish?
I do, actually. I was thinking back when it came up, and I remember my dad having sardines on toast, and he used to put like loads of malt vinegar on it and then just have that on toast.
Yeah.
And I had a tin of sardines, maybe it's about 6-7 months ago. And I remember being like, oh, I'm going to have it. And I was like, did it, got all excited. And then I got the big brown bottle of malt vinegar, thinking it had the little hole, but it didn't. So I went like that, and I went, yep. Just ran.
Did you ruin them?
Absolutely.
Did you not get a chance? I thought you were going to say you tasted them and you were like, oh my God, I'm a little baby Martin again.
I picked it up quickly, and it was loads there, and I was like, oh, it can't be too bad. It was I ate it anyway, but you know, it was...
But things like that, if it is something that your dad made and then you have it later, then it is just like, oh my God, this is so nostalgic. We used to have, when we were small, we used to get those red tins of Glenrick Pilchards.
Yeah, you're
the
going
ones
way back now, aren't you? What's this, the
and
30s, 40s?
The 1830s.
When tinning was invented.
You know the tins I mean, though,
I'd have to see a picture.
But they still sell them in the supermarket. But they're in tomato sauce. And they're big, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You know, classics.
Yeah.
And I think that they're, I think a pilchard is, hey, Sadie, can you find out what, because there's pilchards, there's sardines, and I think a pilchard might just be the same fish as a sardine that's just slightly bigger, and then it becomes a herring or something like that. Oh. But.
It's like the life cycle of a mushroom.
What I didn't like was yes, exactly, you were talking about that the other week. I didn't like the bones.
Yeah, the cloudy, gritty bones.
Chalky and and it just feels like, I'm eating bones. I'm not a ghoul.
I know. I always remember doing that with the sardines. Then you sort of break it up and you're like, oh, yeah, great. This is so easy. And then you're like, should I have pulled that out? And then you're like, oh, I'll just chew through it. And then
I'm a bit of a fan of, and they're a little bit more expensive, but the tins of sardine fillets. Oh, look at me. Look at me with sardine fillets. But it's not,
well, I think that was the Ortiz ones that I gave you last week.
The
yellow ones. It was a gift from someone that came back from Sardination.
They were anchovies, weren't they?
Yeah.
And
also got the other ones in there as well.
Have you got sardines? Oh, I like the Ortiz stuff. My brother once got gifted a hamper where he worked, and it had a tin of Ortiz anchovies that was, I would say, the diameter of a small plate.
Yeah.
A medium-sized plate. And he was like, these are amazing. We were tasting them again. It just tastes like pieces of bacon.
Yeah.
And then thought, I'm going to buy 10 of those, looked them up, and we were like, whoa.
If you have a tin
like
that
150
big,
quid or something. It was
once
insane.
they're opened, you're like...
But I think as long as they stay under the, if you top up the oil and you keep them under the oil, I think that they...
What's that about baked beans, though? When you open up a tin and then you put the tin back in the fridge?
I don't know, because aren't they... They're all like lined in some kind of coating now, aren't they? So I think that... What, you like that... It will react to the tin or something.
Because once you've opened the tin, it's something to do with like the oxygen that hits the inside of the tin or something.
See, because when I wash out tins to put them in the recycling, so many of them have got like a kind of white plastic inner lining.
Maybe that's to stop it.
I think that must be to stop that if people are doing that.
Tin
anyway,
death.
we're talking about tin beans. We're supposed to be talking about tin fish.
I've got a funny one. Tin fish. Have you ever seen monkey dust? The animated series?
Yes.
Where there's that man that's not very nice and he's on the internet and talking to...
I don't remember this bit.
Yeah, but then he's playing a very horrible character and he just, the whole pilchard and he's like there with his grubby fingers and getting fish
Eating
out
the
of it.
pilchards out.
Yeah,
because I don't like the tomato sauce ones. That's the thing. I'm not keen. No.
I like the spicy tomato sauce ones.
Oh, I don't like spicy tomato sauce. And I like when you get tins of... So one of my absolute favourite kind of camping emergency breakfasts is half an avocado with a tin of the mackerel fillets in mustard sauce.
Oh.
And then loads of black pepper. That really works, and that's delish.
I had a message where I'm going to try and do it. I don't think I will make it happen this year, but from an Alaskan wild fish company, and they do tinning of fish. And I said, I'd love to come out to Alaska. They're like, why don't you come out?
You can watch them.
Yeah. It's like, you can stay in a little hut. And I was like, yeah. They're like, really? And I was like, yeah.
That sounds
mega.
Like trip of a lifetime kind of.
I'd have to pay for everything myself, but I was still like, come on, blah, I'm coming.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah. And
Alaska.
Isn't there the tinned review man as well? The tinned fish review man.
Fez.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great, isn't he?
He looks like a man that eats tinned fish, though.
I watched one of his videos last night, and he had, and I've got a tin of these. I should have brought them actually. They're crispy clams. Ooh. And they're like a little, and he shakes it, and it's like a little maraca, and they're literally, peel open the tin, and they're tiny little clams that are kind of dehydrated and crunchy. He said they're like sort of clam flavored crisps,
like pork scratchings.
Yeah.
Oh,
clam scratching.
What's the
clam
really
scratching? Sounds like a complaint.
Need to go to the doctor.
Ooh, got clam scratching.
What's the disgusting one that everyone always does on the internet? Stirstrom, which is the fermented, and everyone just gets it.
That just feels like a silly thing.
Silly thing. I think it's a bit out of order when people do that a little bit, because you're not going to enjoy it, but then it's actually like it's just like a national.
Yeah, it's just the waste of the food, and I think that's
silly.
Boring, and just watching people go. Although one of my favourite things of watching people go is Jackass, where they are snorting the wasabi.
Yeah,
and just instantly, and then being sick, and then instantly doing it again. It's like, what is wrong with you? I love it.
ADHD.
Do you think that's what it is?
I don't know. I used to do all those things.
We just don't know.
Matt Pritchard was like my idol when I was growing up from Dirty Sanchez.
I bet he doesn't do things like that anymore. He's all healthy now.
Yeah, no, he doesn't do anything like that.
It's all exercise.
Anyway, go on, get your whip out your fish.
I will. We're having lunch.
That was last week.
We're having lunch again. Sorry. Did I kick you?
In the shin.
Did I? Oh, sorry.
Have you ever done that thing where, I think I saw Cornish Sea Salt do it, where they put a bit of kitchen roll over here, open the tin, press it into the oil, set it on fire, and then it warms up the tinned fish?
I haven't done it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I've thought, fascinating. Should give it a try. What about the thing where people, they pierce the top of a tin of tuna?
Yeah.
And then put a wick in, and then use the oil as it draws up, and use that, and then cook something else on top.
It's like the human centipede of cooking tin things.
Yeah. So what I thought I'd do, I've gone for anchovy. I've gone for anchovies because yes, I love sardines. Yes, I love tinned mackerel. I love tinned mackerel.
Yeah.
And I tell what I particularly like at the moment is the tins of smoked mackerel in oil, and you can have fun with those. Okay. They're nice.
Can you show me what fun you have?
So I thought I'd just do a Caesar chicken, not a chicken. I don't know what's going on, listeners, viewers, listeners. I thought I'd just do a Caesar salad.
Okay.
So I got a ruby gem lettuce, and I made a Caesar dressing this morning. I got up early and made a Caesar dressing. Oh, it's all falling apart. Let me go down there. I'm going to do wedges, and I made a Caesar dressing. And the way I do my Caesar dressing is the same that I've always done since I learned it from Delia's summer cooking cookbook. From, I don't know, 1991 or something like that. Yeah. And it always works. And I do it in a blender. And what you do is, where is it? There it is. So you put in the blender, you put an egg, you put anchovy, garlic. What else goes in there? Mustard powder, Worcestershire sauce,
Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan cheese at the end. So that you put all of the stuff apart from the oil. So yeah, let me go through what it is so the listeners know. So egg, garlic, anchovy, tinned anchovy, mustard powder, Worcester sauce, loads of lemon juice, salt and pepper, and then not much salt actually because the anchovy, and then you put the lid on the blender and you take the little bit off the top and you start it whizzing, and then you just trickle in the oil. And I like to do, I would say about 3/4, more than 3/4, just like a neutral oil and a little bit of olive oil. Otherwise, it's too like you know. And then when it's done, it thickens up like a sort of dressing, thin mayonnaise, and then a load of grated parmesan in there. And it's just so good. You dip anything in
Delicious.
that. So that's got the anchovy there
So
in that.
while you're talking about that, I did a dish from Assada, which is a Mexican cookbook, where they made a Caesar, and it was without the anchovies.
Yeah.
And it was really interesting because they'd kind of like Mexicanified the Caesar. And when you put the ingredients parallel to each other, you could kind of really see how they swapped things in and out. So you had the anchovies, and instead of the anchovies, they put miso.
Yeah.
So you had the umami bit, but they
Right,
kind of like
exactly,
lost
yeah,
a bit more of the salty twang. So then they used their, I always forget what they call their fresh cheese, cotija, I think it is. And then they used feta as well. So the feta gave it that bit more of a saltiness than parmesan would.
Yeah.
And then it was all these like switch of ingredients. So instead of lemon, they used lime because that's more traditional
Yeah.
out there. And it was great. And it was like one of those lessons.
Thing, of just taking, going, right, what are the core, what's the flavour profiles of these things, and going, all right, what's an alternative? And
Yeah.
It's so much fun. So I just baked some ripped up bagel, because that's the only bread product, I had. And then I'm going to put some anchovies. I've got these in the supermarket. I haven't seen this brand before.
You're going to lose your eye, mate.
Origini Delicious. What with that ping off?
We just made it even sharper.
Oh my god! So I'm intrigued to see if these are nice, because they were dearer than the supermarket own brand ones. But let's have a look. So here we go. Taste test. Delicious. Well, there we go. It's a start.
They look delicious.
Shall we find out? Shall I put them on there?
I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what's happened.
Why did you plate it up in there? You put it up.
Well, I thought I was going to toss it, and I haven't.
Have you seen any of the Tiny Chef?
No. What's the Big Chef, Little Chef?
Oh my god, no! Oh man,
Big cook, little cook.
I've got so many things to show you afterwards. The Tiny Chef is just like a little like mini puppet thing, but he talks like blah blah blah. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, good times.
That was nice.
Should we do the Parmesan cheese?
Yeah, Parmesan, please. So there we go. So that's what I've made. I've made a Caesar salad.
Wow, well done,
Caesar boy.
Caesar boy.
Hail Caesar.
Hail Caesar. Hail Tottenham. Hail.
Hail
Caesar. Wow.
Should I put a bit more dressing on top to make it even more fun?
Yeah, just make
Or
it so you
should it be
can't
too
see
much?
any of the ingredients
I
underneath.
know we should have done this all in reverse.
Nah, who cares?
Shall we taste this
Yes, please.
Caesar salad? Let's go for it. Let's.
I tell
put
you
it
what, I
in
saw
here.
something on the internet the other day where they were talking about crispy chicken wings with
Yeah.
Caesar dressing without any of the salad.
So a Caesar salad without the salad.
Yeah. Imagine that as an
Sounds
order.
right up my street.
That'd be
sounds so.
It'd be a great menu. It's just like, yeah, this is the Caesar salad,
Like burger without the burger.
and it's just a cheese platter because you just got the cheese from the
look,
cheeseburger.
got it in
Oh
the
no!
Oh, it's Parmesan.
Oh, this is gonna be a big mouthful.
Oh, it was nice.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I love a Caesar salad.
Of course it's good.
I want to get the old dangly anchovy out.
They're nice, those anchovies.
Oh, it's so yummy.
It's good, isn't it? Robust. They work, those. I
wonder if this one's going to kill me, because the last dish you cooked almost killed me.
Well, there's no mushrooms in this.
They're very fishy, those anchovies, aren't they?
Yeah. Maybe they're a little too fishy.
They are a little bit too... They're quite pungente.
I think you might be a little bit too fishy. Cantabrico. Cantabrico. The fear of anchovies.
The fear of canned things.
Maybe one of them's fear of anchovies.
Sadie wouldn't do that to us. Too smart, yeah. The fear of mushrooms. George's mushroom dish that he cooked 3 weeks ago almost killed me. Yeah, I ate so much of it, but I'm allergic to mushrooms, obviously.
Describe what happened to you.
Just in case. Well, do you want visuals or do you want... No, so I got home, I got off the train, and I was like, I feel weird. I don't know if it's because I haven't eaten or if I just feel weird. And then I started getting like, not the shakes, but you know when you go, oh, I haven't eaten enough, and I start feeling a bit weird. So I was I had a sausage roll, and then got home and I just laid there, and I was just like sweating. Was just like, yeah, I was like, I went to the toilet, I was like, that must be all. And then I was like over the bowl, like going, oh my god, like just pure sweats, like I was going to chunder, and just going.
Do you know what it is in mushrooms that does that?
I don't know. Magic variety is totally fine with me, but
Imagine if I'd done that dish with magic mushrooms.
yeah,
Magic mushrooms with prawns, lemon, garlic, and
Sign me up.
Parsley.
Yeah.
Yeah, sign me up.
Well-
One thing I want to say about tinned fish is I say I love tinned fish. And so I'm always, like, if I see nice tins of fish, I buy them. And I've got such a huge stack of tins of fish in my house that I go, I love tinned fish. And I'd never eat them. But when I do, I go, what is more frequently?
You buy them for the packaging. It's the good lure, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely is a lure. But also they are one of those things like mussels, like chicken livers, that I don't have them frequently enough. And then when I do, I go, some sardines on a pizza. Like tins, that's another great one. Like, cheap, like supermarket pizza, just margarita, tin of sardine fillets, put those on, whack that in the oven. So good.
Really?
Yeah.
Janine loves tuna and red onion pizza, and I just feel like warm tinned fish just weirds me out a little bit.
Do you know what? I hate tuna. Hate tinned tuna. I'm just it always feels powdery in the mouth. I like it when you get the more expensive stuff in a jar. Expensive taste, but and it's just a bit more kind of unctuous and
Isn't
nice
it the
oil.
type of tuna you're having? Because loads
Oh,
of
I'm
it is
sure,
like,
but like cheap tuna just tastes like cat food.
yeah.
But yeah, sardines. But yeah, no, tuna on a pizza. Bleh.
Bleh.
Sardines on a pizza.
Yeah. Tuna toasty, yummy.
Actually, I do like tuna toast.
Yeah.
A tuna melt.
Tuna melt. Just it. I can do it if I don't see it, and then if I see it on the top, I'm just a bit like, oh.
Yes, the clumps.
Yeah.
But the silver skins of a sardine on a pizza looks good, tastes delicious as well.
Well, look, you did that. Your favourite snack hack: pizza with sardines. Best place to buy types of tinned fish. There's actually a really great place called Table 13 in Tottenham Hale, which was next to my son's nursery when they were there. And they were like a little independent sort of like deli kind of cafe. And they had a big, beautiful row of all of this ton of nice tinned fish, good wines and all of that.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
If you want to, there's a place in Borough Market. It's a really good place to go. Who's got this stall with loads of tinned fish? And it's a really good place. And what you can do is you can go there and you can pick one up and say, how much is this one? And then when he tells you the price, you can go, how much? That's
like anything in Borough Market.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, his fish is just like, really?
What?
Seriously?
Should we do it today?
No, I can't be bothered.
Right, I'll do it.
You
Well, there
do
we
it.
go.
I'll
Look,
watch from a distance.
tinned fish. Well done, George. You made a Caesar.
The all-seeing eye is looking down on us. Okay.
Oh, the light. We're now going to move on to Britain's Fabs. Do you want to introduce Britain's Fabs?
So Britain's Fabs, we choose a dish usually, or like a takeaway thing or whatever, something like that, and then we talk about it. We talk about what we do with it, how we make it, thoughts on it, and this week it is
Carbonara.
Carbonara, one that I would say has a lot of attention on social media, a lot of attention of people saying, you're doing it wrong, doing it wrong.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that. But it's the main piece is the old guanciale, isn't it? Everyone goes,
oh, I see.
it
shouldn't be pancetta, it should be guanciale.
Yeah.
And what is guanciale for the listeners?
Isn't it the face?
Yeah.
The face,
Basically,
the cheek of meat.
Yeah, bacon made out of pigs.
Fatty jowl.
Yeah, so that if you buy pork cheeks or whatever, you buy them from a butcher's. It's a kind of nugget of meat that's probably about the size of an egg, I suppose. Whereas guanciale is basically that kind of eye of lean, surrounded by all the fat and all the other stuff, and the skin, and then you cure that in. I've done it before. You cure it in. You put obviously salt and sugar and so on, and like nutmeg and other spices, like if you were doing pancetta. And you can do it in your fridge and dry it out. And I've done it, and it's really nice stuff, and it's very fatty.
Yeah. Why is it so
where all the flavour
expensive?
is. I think because it's
Time, love.
scarce and it feels a bit exclusive. Whereas actually, you go to a butcher's and say, "Can I buy?" I mean, if you bought a pig's head, if you go to I remember, I got a lovely photo. I'll show it to you later. Of in Birmingham Market, and there's this stall with just a big trough of pigs' heads, and they're all wrapped up in plastic bags, but the plastic bags aren't quite big enough, and it's just got the snouts coming out, and it just looks mad. But they're like, I don't know, like £3 or £4 each or something.
Well, for a pig's head?
Yeah, because nobody really does much with them.
Knows what to do with it.
So people are scared of them, but not that I've ever done it with. I've done it, gone to a butcher and said, "Can you cut me the cheeks off?" I'm making guanciale, and they've done that, and that was a bit dearer. But But yeah, I suppose it's a sort of fancy seeming thing, and so then they can whack the price up. But
we go. Look, should we just talk about carbonara instead of
we
face
got
cheeks?
we got onto
We got
face bacon,
sidelined.
didn't we?
I saw Jamie Oliver make a carbonara. I went to his cookery school and he made the carbonara, and he threw in the joke about he added garlic once, and then the whole Italian world just like came down on him. And his point was just like, well, if you like it, just put it in. It may not be traditional, but it's not like you're putting strawberries in it.
Yeah,
it's like,
no, I'm totally for. I think the whole thing is do your research, be in a position where you can say, well, traditionally it would be done like this, but I'm doing it like this. Rather than just this is carbonara. But it's like if it works, it works, and that's how foods develop and how dishes change and evolve. Also, I would say I believe I'll probably be like told I'm completely wrong, but I think that one of the ingredients when you're making guanciale in the cure is garlic. Goes in the cure and bay leaf and all sorts of things like that. So actually, if you were using just smoky bacon and then you put garlic in your carbonara, then you're getting the same flavour profile because you're getting the garlic that would have been in the guanciale because you haven't got guanciale. So
move on.
It works. Are you? Because the big one is it's got to just be egg yolks and pasta water, no cream.
Yeah. No cream. Yeah, definitely no cream.
But all right, what about if you were making some and you had some cream in the fridge that needed using that day and you thought it might be quite nice in there?
Just forget about it. Cream lasts forever in the fridge.
I'd put a little bit of cream in.
Cream lasts for months. You can't
cream.
put cream in a carbonara. It's like, you can
just a minute. I just want to talk to the listeners. What? He's just doing exactly what he said that you shouldn't.
No, I was talking about garlic. Like garlic is like one of those things you can put a little bit in, but a carbonara has not got cream in it. Otherwise, it's just a creamy pasta.
You're doing exactly what you said.
No, I'm not. I'm sort of defending the opposite. If you talk about garlic going in, I'm happy with garlic going in and putting those flavours in.
But I thought we were happy with general experimentation.
Yeah, but like a carbonara, the base of it is just egg and cheese. So if you start putting cream in it, then it's just taking it somewhere else. That's like going, I'm going to do sausage and mash, but no, I'm going to put a chicken breast with it. Sausage. It's not sausage and mash, is it?
Sometimes I'm guilty of it. Sometimes I've made a carbonara without cream. If I've had some cream, sometimes I put cream in it. I kind of figure, cream, butter, cheese.
You don't put butter in it either.
Well, what if I had some butter that needed using? Flora, clover.
Yeah. Oh, I love a bit of clover. Lurpak, I'm a big fan of.
Spread straight from the fridge.
But I don't like conform much to traditions. So like guanciale can go out the window for me because I can never really get it. I'll just use a little bit of smoky bacon or some pancetta or whatever. Nice big chunky cubes. But I'd always just do a whole egg. I don't care about the egg yolk. I would be the person that would chug it, but it doesn't bother me. Loads of parmesan. I'm not bothered about doing parmesan. They do a mixture, don't they? Parmesan and pecorino.
I'll do that.
I think that's one of the traditional ways. You mix that together, don't you, in a separate bowl? Eggs and cheese. Cook your bacon.
Yeah.
Cook your pasta. Drain your bacon. Keep some of that fat. And then put your pasta into the pan to soak up some of that fat. And then your eggy, cheesy mix goes in off the heat.
Yes, I think that's the crucial thing is that when people would do it while it's still cooking and they go, I've got these little crumbly bits of egg. And it's like, you've just got little broken up.
So it's all about, we always talk about the residual cooking temperature. The pasta's going to be hot. The water that you've got is going to be hot.
Yeah.
So you don't need a direct heat from underneath to cook it.
And
You're
also,
just
I would say
emulsifying.
the dish itself will taste so much nicer if it isn't like blisteringly hot because you won't be able to taste it. You want it, somewhere between warm and nearly hot.
Yeah, exactly.
So actually, you want the cold egg and cream if you're using it.
I think the other thing they do a lot of is lots of black pepper, like more black pepper than you think you need. It's very traditional. Toast off the black peppercorns as well into a pestle and mortar, but it's a lot of black pepper because it's. You got to remember, pepper's a spice. Yeah. So it's not a seasoning; it's a spice. So you want the heat. And
it's got fruitiness and everything. It's got a lot of complexity about it, hasn't it? Would you put any herbs in there? I'd always put loads of parsley, but put parsley on everything.
No.
Parsley on my
curly parsley
ears. Curly parsley.
Peanut butter and toast. Parsley.
Love curly parsley.
No, I wouldn't. I'm just bog basic. Bit more cheese on top. I could go with a little bit of chili though. I don't mind a little bit of chili oil.
But no cream.
No cream.
Listeners.
No cream. Mate, come on. No cream. It's the one time I'll actually stand up for the Italians with this thing. But
and
then
they'll be all on your back for the garlic and the chili. They'll be all like...
Yeah, but they can come at me for that because I've made it traditionally and then all of a sudden...
Well, they're all thrashing you
I see.
ciabattas wagging you
You
around
wouldn't
the
be able
ears.
to hear him as we talking with the hands.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like,
No, it's a podcast.
just try.
So look, we covered that. Cream, no, George, naughty boy. Do you add anything else that you think improves the dish? There was the whole. Did you do it? The noodles, the spicy noodles, where people did the carbonara thing.
I've done it with. I've put processed cheese and egg yolk in like a cup noodle kind of thing, and that's really nice. And it makes it almost like a sort of mac and cheesy kind of thing going on there.
It's not carbonara, though,
but it's not carbonara at all.
No, the one that I'm talking about is they did like a spicy ramen noodle carbonara. So they took like those instant noodle packets that were like
I know the ones, the
hot
red and black
oil,
one. Yeah.
and then they made a carbonara and then put that in there, and then
Yeah.
they had that. That went virality
Well,
about 7 years
I
ago.
can't remember the name of the brand, but they've got an account with so many fun things where they just convert those cup noodles and just do crazy stuff with them. I mean, lots of things are added, and so anyone who's being particularly pedantic would go, yeah, but you cooked all that stuff, so why don't you just make noodles? You know, but it's like, because it's more fun. But
just experimenting.
A fond memory I've got is the first time I had carbonara was when we were on holiday in France, and we had it, and they brought the dishes to the table, and this is what I always do if I'm making it. They had separated an egg, and they put an egg yolk in a half shell and put that in the middle, and then you had your hot pasta, and it already had the egg and the parmesan and everything in it, but then you put an extra egg yolk, pop it on, and stir that through, and you get that kind of lovely, fresh, runny yolk going through, and it was just
Delightful.
epic.
Here's one for you. What pasta shape would you have with it? Because everyone says spaghetti carbonara.
I mean, I'd go for something long, so I'd go for either spaghetti or linguine or tagliatelle, something like that, but I mean, I probably would go for spaghetti because it's so accessible, and I really like it.
I like it.
I wouldn't want like penne or something. That just feels
no.
wrong.
Well, I did it once with rigatoni, and it was actually quite nice.
I'm sure it's nice,
but then it didn't collect all the sauce. It just kind of like kept running out through the middle.
Like, I tell you what, we should invent.
Yeah.
Rigatoni with ends, with an end on like that, so then you can fill them up like little bullets.
Like it would be almost like a log flume.
What do you mean?
You know, when you go to a theme park and you sit on like a log and it's not the top's cut out of it.
Oh, I see. So you can cut the top off. Oh no, I meant like, so you got the tube and you've got one end is sealed.
Yeah.
So it's like if you've got a bullet and you put it on the table.
Yeah.
You know, a bullet casing.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Bulletone cassione. Pasta.
Bulletone.
Cassione.
Bulletone with carbonara. It's wrong.
It's wrong. Look at it. Just full up here. Right, should we move on before we get cancelled again? Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to listeners' questions and stories.
And it looks like it's just wines this week.
Just a wine.
It says wine. Should I go for the first one?
Go for it.
Jeff says.
My name's Jiv. Sorry. Every time.
My name is Borat. Jeff says, when waiters say, "Are you still working on that?" It's dinner, not a project, mate. If a waiter said to me, "Are you still working on that?" I wouldn't say anything because I'm English, but I would never go in there again and I'd tell everyone, I can't believe what that waiter said to me.
What does that even mean? Is that even English, though?
Well, it's just like cocky waiter going, "You still working on that, mate?" I mean, I'd just say,
Can we
call me sir.
Can we spitball like a good like instant reaction to that? Because I think if we get a lot of people get this in a restaurant, it could be like,
okay, you've got a bit of.
Oh no, you put me under pressure here.
You've got a bit of carbonara left on your plate. You probably are going to eat it in a minute, but you're having a chat with Janine opposite. Okay, so
okay.
That's
the scene.
Finished. That's the scene.
Oh right, okay, this is like method
so
acting.
You haven't quite finished. Okay, but you're chatting with Janine. Big chatting with Janine.
Love you, babe. How are you? Oh yeah, you look beautiful tonight.
You still working on that, mate?
I don't know what to do. I'm flustered.
No, well, it's because we're English. But okay, now that happened, now you're at home with Janine. I'm Janine.
You know, when that waiter came over and said that to me, I'll tell you what I would have done.
Unbelievable, wasn't it? I mean, the manners. It's just like.
What would you have done, Janine?
To be honest, I think I'm English, so I think I would have just done nothing and then talked about it later. Shall we role play it? Let's role. I'm Janine. Let's role play what happened in the past.
Trying to come up with a good answer.
You're getting really meta now, listeners.
I know. What would you do, in all seriousness?
I just
in an alter world, because I'm passing it on to you because I haven't got a witty answer.
I mean, I wouldn't do any. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't do anything apart from I would boil inside.
Let's go back to that situation. You're on the train. And that woman said, "You still working on that carbonara, mate?" And then you didn't do anything, but then you wanted to do something.
Move your bag. But then suddenly everyone's looking over, going, "Look at those two people arguing," and and then you're the C word, aren't you? You know what I mean?
Cough.
Be the good guy.
Be the good guy.
Be the good guy. Just let it wash over you, and
Sorry,
then talk
mate.
about it later.
Yeah, not quite finished my.
I'd say
project yet.
no. I'm still eating the thing I paid for.
Maybe I say you have a pocket.
Maybe you'd be really sarcastic. Go, what this thing I paid for in this restaurant that's paying your wages.
Or
then suddenly you
always take a bag of Airfix with you to the restaurant, and you just pull it out. Oh, sorry, I didn't think you
So you're
realised.
still working on that.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
or
haven't finished my red
put
arrow
on a
yet.
high vis and stand on it and go, I'm working on it.
Good one. Oh, here goes
Right.
Ruby.
Actually, shall we put that on the list?
My name's a Jeff.
Because I think if that did happen, that's
What does that say? Is it
mildness shamers. Oh, that's like if you're in a curry house and you go, I'm gonna have a korma, and everyone goes, what's wrong with you?
Oh no, we put them under pressure now. They've cleaned out the whole studio and we have no chalk.
Can we use pilchard bones?
We can use some sardine oil. Don't really.
Shall we go on with the next one while we're waiting?
Okay, so the next one
Ruby.
is Ruby says, not Rudy, Ruby says, people who cut their pizza with a knife and fork. Well, that's me. So I'm going to disagree instantly.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I probably wouldn't, but if you want to eat with a knife and fork, eat with a knife and fork.
It depends what kind of pizza it is. Because if it is like a Neapolitan, very sloppy,
Yeah.
there's quite.
You can't pick that with your hands.
No,
You
I just
end up with
cut the middle bit out, and then I eat the edge.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's not going on. Sorry,
Right,
Ruby.
what are we calling him? Project dinner.
When waiters say, are you still working on that? It's basically over familiar waiters again, isn't it? But fair enough. There's a Martin here, spelt the same way as your Martin.
Gosh,
Shall I read it, or do you want to read it?
let's do it.
I'll read it because you read the pizza one. Martin says, people who reheat fish in an office or staff room microwave. Sounds like the sort of thing I'd do. Although, except I've never had a real job, so...
Exactly, I've never
wouldn't
worked in
know.
an office.
No, but...
I can imagine it's like a bit of a hum, but
oh, that's life. Get over
yeah,
yourselves.
exactly. Stop being such a softie.
Oh, no, I think people who are like,
Oh, it's stinky.
oh, don't eat
Here comes
don't
Jeff
eat
again.
eggs on the train.
Yeah.
I'm eating eggs on the train.
Yeah, don't eat
I'm
your
peeling
anchovies.
eggs on the train.
Oh, George.
I've done that before. Put napkin on the lap, peel the egg, feel like an old man. It's great.
You are an old man. Don't pay the-
Oh, it's the things.
It's the thing.
Shall I slide it down?
Well, I'll go
I'm
back.
not gonna look. I'm doing
I'm
that.
gonna go back to the first
Okay.
page.
Let's remind. If I slide it down, will I not see them? Shall I find out?
Well, why don't we get Sadie to help us out with this bit? Well, we don't want to see the answers.
Okay,
to
it's
the
all right.
question
So
of the week.
I've done that, so I can't.
Okay,
So,
ladies and gentlemen, this is the part 2 of Question of the Week. So we posed the question at the beginning of the show, and now we're going to talk about it. Yeah, 3 questionnaires. So it says, can you work out these 3 food-related phobias, what they actually are?
So the
wasn't
first
sentence.
one was
I've got it here.
Oh, okay.
Aerophobia.
acerophobia. We thought it was going to be the fear of ass eggs.
So anything but cheeky.
Let's have a look. It is fear of sourness.
Oh,
Could be sour ass.
sour ass.
You sour ass.
Oh, don't try
How-
and dig yourself out of that one.
Why'd you
No, wash your
come over
bum.
here and tell me how I finished working on this? You are a sour ass waiter, and I am not coming in here again. That works, doesn't
That
it?
works. Yeah, but
Okay.
I don't think they mean that. I think it's in food-related
I
sour.
don't mean like just.
Allumium phobia. We know this one. Allium.
That's got to be
fear of
onions, isn't it?
alliums.
Fear of garlic. So,
Oh,
so yeah.
vampire-y.
Fair enough.
Okay, and then this one
yeah?
is Iraqi beauty rophobia.
What do we say? Fear of general cutlery and crockery. It's not going to be that, is it?
No, fear of Reiki.
Fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. That's a great one.
Is it really?
It's quite gaggy, I suppose, isn't it? It's something like if you do have too much kind of peanut butter, and it's a bit like.
I think I've said this about a million times.
choky.
It's the PG Tips advert where they got the monkeys
Yeah.
to talk. They put the peanut
Yeah.
butter on the roof of their mouth, and they were
Yeah, and then
they looked like they were talking.
Yeah.
Wow.
Couldn't do that anymore. Political correctness gone mad.
Absolutely
Okay.
crazy. Peanut butter has gone through the roof. Is that it? Are we finished?
And at the end it says here, all these names are derived from a combination of Greek words. There you go. You learnt something, folks.
Iraqi
You
beauty
learned something.
rophobia.
Fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of your mouth. I guess it will work with tahini as well.
Imagine that. That's different.
It's still got slight kind of,
Yeah.
hasn't it? Especially the bottom of the jar if you haven't stirred it. And you get to the last bit and you go, I don't want to waste this, but I can't get it out. I'm going to cut the plastic pot
But it's okay.
down the side and put it open.
Glass jars, aren't they? Oh, you get the posh one, don't
I
you?
get
The creamy coloured,
I
like.
get the one from the World shop
Yeah.
down the bottom of my hill.
Cool.
Great shop.
Great.
They got so much good stuff in there. And do you know what they sell? And every time I go
Tin
there,
fish.
I think I should buy. They have this like huge plastic thing in the butcher bit of chicken hearts. And I always think I should get some and
Skewer them
stuff
up.
Well, whenever we went to, where did we go? We went to this restaurant. Oh, that's what I should have talked about. I'll talk about it next week. Went to a restaurant called Bincho in Brighton. That's like yakitori kind of thing. And we had these little chicken heart skewers that were out of this world.
Deviled chicken hearts are great.
Yeah, so good.
Oh.
Like little tiny sausages.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There we go.
Every time I go in there, I think I should buy chicken hearts and cook them, and then I get a bit scared and get
Sausages.
crisps.
There we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up another episode of Stuff. We hope we kept you entertained and maybe inspired you to try something new in the kitchen.
I've been entertained by this week and last week's episode.
I think we were on fire.
I feel like we had good energy.
Good energy. Good
Once
vibes.
again, make sure you follow us on social media, folks, and watch us on YouTube, where you can see all this delicious tinned fish. Or last week, I can't remember. It was so long ago.
What did we have? We had tomatoes.
We had tomato festival with strawberries and
Parmesan, mozzarella.
Oh, that was good. And so you can see us do all that, and those come out on Tuesdays. And don't forget to subscribe and rate and everything, and don't they? Yeah.
There we go. Thanks again for listening. We'll see you all next
funny
week.
saying Tuesdays?
Bye.